Hey, you guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's good to be here with you guys this evening. I am so super excited to be here with you guys tonight. It's kind of crazy and weird. So, anyways, you guys, welcome to Transformation Tuesday. I am D.Renee, the Transformation Specialist. I support professional women who are career oriented and business minded with being able to rediscover who they are, increase their self esteem and their self confidence so that they can create a life that they don't need a vacation from. You guys, if you don't know me and you're just joining me, welcome to Transformation Tuesday. If you don't know who I am, I'm D.Renee. If you don't know a little bit about my story, I went through my own personal journey of transformation myself, maybe about 13 years ago now. Wrote a book about it to tell you guys how I overcame adverse situations in my childhood, in addition to being able to get through poor relationships. Hi, Keisha. Getting through poor relationships, just making poor decisions, going through low self-esteem and low self-confidence, and being able to get through those things. So I wrote a book to tell you guys a little bit about me, as well as to help other women to be able to rediscover who they are so that they can create the life that they want. So that's just a little bit about me. You can follow me on the different platforms. I am at Facebook at D.Renee, the Transformation Specialist. And I am on Instagram at D.Renee_TLCCS. And I think that's it. So you guys, today we are going to talk a little bit about 5 things that we need to quit in order to be able to transform into who we desire to be, right? So some of the things, I don't know if you guys have been following me or seen it on my Facebook page, but I posted this few weeks back. It could have even been over a month ago. I think it was over a month ago that I posted about these 5 things, and I just wanted to kind of discuss them with you guys on our Transformation Tuesday. So the first thing that we have to quit in order to be able to transform, and when I talk about transform, that means you become the person who you desire to be. You become the person that you've always wanted to be. You become the person that you always knew you could be. So the first thing is trying to please everyone. That is a huge one, because oftentimes we get in a rat race, especially when you have dealt with like abandonment, especially when you felt like you've had low self-esteem, haven't been able to, some people get in codependent relationships where they're kind of dependent on another person to be able to try to give them happiness or fulfill them in some way, because they don't necessarily have that on the inside of themselves. When you always try to please everybody else and you always try to do for them, to try to make them happy, and everything that you're doing for them to please them and to satisfy them and to do all these things to try to gain their love, you're losing part of yourself, because you then in turn don't get those things back. So trying to please other people is an issue when you're trying to transform into who you need to be, because you're going to have to stop attending to them and their needs and be able to attend to your own. Not like physical needs or anything like that. If you have a husband or a spouse or someone like that that you need to take care of, don't neglect what you need to do. But when I say take care of them and pleasing them, meaning there are some things that you don't like to do. There are some things that that you would not tolerate, that you shouldn't be tolerating. There are some things that that is causing you to have a lot of pain, or to causing you to feel sad, or causing you to feel angry, to frustrated about some things, and you're just kind of going with the flow. You're just kind of saying yes, to every situation and everything, just to kind of keep the peace and just to try to make that person happy. But on the inside, you're killing yourself. So you have to stop trying to please other people in order to be able to transform into the person that you desire to be. Because once you transform, pleasing other people is going to become second, because it's not for you to please them, it's for you to constantly be who you are in that relationship, in whether it's friendship, romantic relationship, a marriage, or what have you. It's for you to be who you are so that you can give the best of you to them, right? So one, we're going to stop trying to please everyone, because you can't. Someone is always going to be let down. Someone is never going to be enough. You're going to think that you're constantly doing what you're supposed to do, or that you want to do, and that you're the best at this and you're the best at that. And guess what? And you're still and it still won't be enough, because it's not your issue to fix somebody else. It's not for you to fix them. They need to already they need to already come to you fixed, whole, and complete. It's not for us to try to fix them or to please them to make them happy. Happiness is an inside job that no matter what we do, we will never fulfill that for anyone if they don't already have that within themselves. So that's number one, trying to please everyone. Number two, fearing change. Change is a huge one, you guys, because when you talk about transformation is change. That is change. That means something totally different from what you've known, what you've been doing, what has been familiar to you, what has been comfortable to you. What that is the number one thing that calls people to stay in situations that are abusive, to stay in situations where it's not the best for them, where they're getting beat on, where they're getting cheated on, where they're getting all kind of things just talked to crazy and things like that. Fearing change is the number one thing that calls people to stay, on top of, finances and other things. But that change, that lack, the fact that they might not have something, the fact that they don't know what that might look like for them, the fact that the fear of the unknown is what keep all of us, and even me before, keeping me in situations that wasn't necessarily the best for me, because you feared that change. You fear of the unknown. You begin to settle for this is enough, or this is okay, or this is right, or, this is just how it is, or, you're going to have to deal with something, or you're going to have to put up with something. This is good enough. We fear change. We fear that there is more. We fear that there is better, because we don't know it. We don't see it. And for us, that's uncomfortable. So when we talk about transformation and things that we have to quit, we have to quit the fear of change, because change is inevitable. The world is constantly changing. Things are constantly changing. We have to change. It's inevitable. So to fear it is to stay the same. And to stay the same is to die in whatever it is that you're currently in, if it's something that you don't want to be in, if it's something that isn't making you happy, if it's something that's causing you to lose yourself, if it's something that doesn't bring value to your life. Fear of change is something we have to quit, because there is better on the other side. We may not see it. We may not know what it looked like. We may not know what it feels like. We may not know how to get there, right? Sometimes you just don't know how you're going to get there. But the first step is taking a step. And sometimes that fear of taking that step is what keeps us in it. So fear of change is number two. Number three, living in our past. Lord. Whew. You guys, if you have been guilty of living in your past, please let me know in the comments. If you've been guilty of living in the past, press 1. I need to put 1 down here, because I have been guilty of living in my past. Thinking about it, ruminating about it, worrying about it, looking at it. I have been there. I have done that. And that is not something that we need to do if we are talking about transforming our lives. That is one thing that we need to quit, because when we continue to live in the past, think about the past, dwell on the past, look at it constantly. Oh, if this, oh, if that. Oh, if I was with this person. Oh, we should have still been together. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, I shouldn't have never did this. Oh, he shouldn't have never did that. Oh, I shouldn't have never quit my job. Oh, I shouldn't have never got that job. Oh, I shouldn't have never. If we constantly live in the past about things, so Corey, you said you're guilty. I'm guilty too. If we constantly live in the past about things, we will never be able to move forward in what is to come, because you cannot drive a car forward looking in the rearview mirror. And every time that we live in the past, every time that we keep ourselves captive, every time that we continue to live back there, it's keeping us from going to where we are trying to go or where we want to be. Yes, it felt good. Yes, it hurts that it's over. Yes, it makes you sad that these things are not that past didn't matriculate into what you thought it might be or what it might become. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you feel let down. Yes, you feel like a failure at times. Yes, you feel like, you didn't do something right, and what is life going to be? Yes, you feel all those feelings and those emotions, but guess what? If you continue to live there, you'll continue to have those same negative thoughts and negative feelings. But it's not until you begin to move forward in where it is that you desire to be is when you're going to be able to go where you want to go versus living in the past. The past is the past, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. Okay? Number 4. Putting yourself down. That goes, I think, again, with living in the past. To me, putting yourself down. Oh, you were stupid. Oh, you shouldn't have did that. Oh, you was a fool. Oh, we have all done. I have been a fool. I have felt stupid. I have been humiliated. I have done things that I shouldn't have done, stayed in situations I shouldn't have stayed in. We've all done things. We've all left jobs. We've all done things. But you putting yourself down and beating yourself up about it is not going to help you with that situation. It's going to cause you to feel nothing but negative feelings constantly, negative emotions constantly, and have negative thoughts constantly. If you put yourself down, nobody's perfect. There is no roadmap to this thing called life. There is no journey. There is nothing that we can read. We can read the Bible. We can read all of these things, whatever it is that you choose to read to try to help you guide your way through this journey called life. There's no right way or no wrong way to do it. Like, we don't know. There is no roadmap to say, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. Because every decision, every choice you make, there is some type of consequences, whether it's a good consequences or a bad consequence. Either way, there's going to be some kind of consequence that comes from it. And you can't put yourself down about it. You cannot put yourself down and talk to yourself down about, girl, I have made mistakes, y'all. When we make mistakes, we just have to admit, you know what, girl, that was stupid. You know what, you were a fool. You know what, you shouldn't have did that. You know what, but you have to own it. And the only way for you to be able to move past it is to own it, not put yourself down and keep calling yourself those names. Like, I didn't call myself a name. I'm just saying the choice was stupid. I was a fool for making that decision, those type of things, but not necessarily putting yourself down about that particular situation, because that's not going to help you to be able to move forward to where you're trying to go. Okay. That's not going to help us in transformation. So no putting yourself down. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. If they tell you they're perfect, they lie. Okay. They're lying. Ain't nobody perfect. So the last thing, you guys, is overthinking. And I'm going to add this to that, not just overthinking, but over analyzing. I am guilty because, so by trade, I am a licensed therapist, right? I'm a certified life coach, a business coach, but I am a licensed therapist, been a licensed therapist for over 15 years. So as a result of that, I analyze a lot. So overthinking, overanalyzing situations will get us in trouble all the time. Overthinking will get us in trouble all the time. I used to do it. I'm guilty. And when I catch myself doing it now, I stop myself because I can recognize what it is that I'm doing. You know what? That don't even make sense. Just stop. You don't know that this is really happening. You don't know that this is really going on. So stop overthinking. Just go with the flow. What it is, take things for face value. Take it for face value. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Just take it for what it is. Because the more that you overanalyze, the more we overthink things, the more we drive ourselves crazy. Will we do that? I don't know about you guys, but the more we do that, we drive ourselves crazy doing these things. So why put ourselves in a tizzy, cause ourselves to have all these thoughts and emotions that's negative and crazy, and because we're overthinking and overanalyzing? Let's not do that, you guys. So those are the 5 things that I wanted to discuss with you guys this evening about stop doing, because it interferes with your ability to be able to make the transformation and the change that you need in your life, right? So you guys, those 5 things, I'm going to give them to you real quick before we go. Number 1, trying to please everyone. Number 2, fearing change. Number 3, living in the past. Number 4, putting yourself down. And number 5, overthinking/overanalyzing. So if that is you, and you are trying to make the change that you need in your life, if you are trying to get the transformation that you want in your life, and you are serious about you going to the next level, you being in the next place that you want to be in your life, and there are some things that you need help with, listen, I'm here to support you. You can contact me at D.Renee, the Transformation Specialist. Click the book now button, schedule a session with me. I would love to speak with you. Let's just talk about how I can support you in you being able to get that transformation that you're looking for. Additionally, you can contact me via link on my link tree at linktr/EE dot D.Renee. I think it's, .com D.Renee. I think it's like that. If not, just contact me on Facebook at D.Renee Transformation Specialist. You can reach me in my inbox, or you can click the book now button on that page. And I love to speak with you. I love to support you and get into your next level. You guys, it's been awesome and amazing Transformation Tuesday. Remember, we are moving forward. We're not moving back. So we have to stop doing some things so that we can get to our next level in life. You guys, it's been great and wonderful. Have an awesome and great evening.